Hi, and welcome to LinkedIn Live Chat. This is a program we've named 10 in 10. It's chat sessions with storytellers of the soon to be published book from Thrive with Mentoring. I'm Lalita Vaidyanath, co editor of the book, and I'm very happy to have my second conversation in this series with Sonja Robinson, one of our inspiring storytellers and a great mentor. Great to have you here with us, Sonia.
Thank you
Uh,
for having me.
would you like to share a few words about yourself?
Yes, with pleasure. So I have the honor to be here because I joined Thrive at its very beginning in 2017. So I've been lucky to kind of observe the growth and yeah, the numbers of fantastic women who share their know-how, but also their personal life. And personally, I live in Switzerland, so I am Swiss,
Right.
and I've been working in the talent development space since pretty much 2007. Prior, I was working in more commercial roles, so I have a commercial background and much of the people development space. Now I live in Zurich with my 11-year-old daughter, and yeah, I think that's good enough.
Oh, that's lovely. And I must say that I really liked your story. What I liked most about your story, Sonia, while I was editing it, was that you've connected so well with Yarina, your mentee,
Yes.
and you've made her the focus. And I think you've put her first in this entire journey, in your mentor-mentee relationship. I really like that because I think that makes, obviously, that would have made her mentoring goal so much more achievable because you were really there for her in her corner. That's what comes across in your story.
Hmm. Well, thank you for that, Lalita. It's probably also due to my profession as a coach, right? So
Yes.
maybe I
Yes.
was not the classical mentor. And also because I think it's part of my nature. I laugh with Shivangi about that because, oh, you're so people oriented, so service oriented. And it's true. I used to work in hotel industry. So it was always for others. And
Right.
yeah, that's also where I learned.
Absolutely. That's really comes across so well in your story, when I read it, I knew I had a mental picture of you. Yes.
Now you have the physical one.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sonia. So, shall we get started on the queries?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
great.
sure.
We're going to be talking about your story first, and then we'll get on to some aspects of yourself, and then we speak about Thrive with mentoring, right? So,
Yep.
one word to summarize your story, Sonia.
Inspiration.
Right. I remember one very, significant line that you had shared in your story, which is "I aspire to inspire." It's a very beautiful line.
There is one more word to that, but I leave it out most of the time before I expire.
I know I just knocked off that bit for the moment, but yes, I agree with you. That's a very nice line. Okay,
Yeah.
so what motivated you to write the story?
Well, I always enjoyed writing, um, but somehow I have only been writing for myself or, writing emails to people, but I actually like to write. So that's the first driver, I think. And then I also feel that sharing these stories can inspire so many more women. Speaking about it, sharing it, and letting other people discover what's there and how this could help them, I think is a big driver. And of course, Shivangi has a very good way of convincing us that this is the best thing to do, which, which also helped the motivation. And I had a lot of time pressure because for a long time I said I can't do it, but then I said, you know what? Why can I not do it? So when I write usually in one go. I'm not I'm not someone who writes bits and pieces over a long period of time. I think I have it in my head, I have it, I feel it, and I go for it. And so it was also a little bit of luck that the arena was also able to collaborate, of course. So I think, yeah, these elements made me go for
Great.
it.
Okay, nice. And I agree with you about Shivangi, being able to convince you. She does that to all of us.
I know. That's her strength.
You're right. And what do you feel about, seeing your story in a book and printed at a bookstore? Are you looking forward? Are you excited? Is your family, is your daughter excited about it?
She doesn't know about it yet.
Oh,
So, no, she doesn't know about it yet. So, I
okay.
think when the day comes and I show her, she's always very proud of me, which is very, very nice. Because for me, it's not going to change my world. It's just a way of illustrating and sharing with others, which I think in a book format is one way of communicating that more, right? We're doing it here. We're doing it when we talk about Thrive to other people, and the book form is another means of sharing it. Um, I don't think it's going to change my life, though. I'm sure I'm going to be, I'm going to be quite happy to see that, of course. And yeah, being able to maybe help other people in a mentoring space. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I don't know. I'll tell you when that moment comes if I feel any
Sure.
different to now.
Yeah. I think you have a very humanist approach to a lot of things.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I have an emoji for you.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. What do you feel is the best part of your story?
Learning about someone else's challenges, about learning about their life path, because of course Yarina had emigrated from her birthplace, and learning just other people's stories and how they managed to get through it and what helped them to get through it. And I think that's also a connection there. We all struggle in one way or another. And you could
Yes.
say some more, some less. It's not comparable, but we all struggle at certain moments in our life. And I think sharing that with someone, it just creates this connection that, as you mentioned earlier, we immediately had anyway. There was, yeah, I don't know. I think it's that sometimes that common that connection to overcoming something together makes you relate and create a bond that is so much stronger
Right.
because of sharing that.
Right. I think what appealed to me most about your story was the fact that you guided her through the darkest times. I mean, it must have been a very difficult situation for
Mm,
her given the background. Of
yes,
course, she'll elaborate it in her chat with us. But I
yes,
think that was a wonderful moment, and I found that really inspiring. So your bit
yeah.
about I'm inspired to inspire worked with me.
Yeah, I try because of course when I'm speaking to someone who's undergoing something like that, which is not something that I would ever know,
Right.
having grown up in Switzerland, living in a bubble,
Yes.
um, doesn't mean that I haven't had other sufferings, but I have certainly never been confronted with war. And
Yeah.
yeah, it just also, you're like, wow, how do they do it? How did you manage, And
Absolutely.
yeah, a lot of respect for.
And I think it's also commendable that you were able to kind of put yourself in her shoes and take go along with her in this journey. I think that also is a crucial part of your story.
Well, because as you said, I put the other person first. It's their story, it's their path.
Right.
I
Right.
mean, I think the mentoring, yes, is also about me sharing it, but I guess I'm there to help that person navigate in the first place. Meantime, I'm learning a lot too. So it's a win-win. It's a win-win
Yeah,
situation.
right.
Yeah.
Applause, a
Thank
round of
you.
applause to you for that.
Thank you.
Now moving on to a few queries about yourself. What do you think is, how would you describe yourself if I was to say do it in one word?
In one word,
Okay,
I
take two.
sorry.
You could take two.
I can take two in one word.
Okay.
Um, I say I'm fast and deep, but I think I am inspiring people. That's the feedback I get a lot through
Okay.
the energy, through, yeah, bringing happiness and maybe just that joy that I look for myself. So I'm also wanting to give it. And that's what I hear back from people. It's maybe not so much my own statement. So I'm giving you the feedback I receive.
Sure. No, but yeah, I guess you are right about that because people perceive you in a certain way, and if they've shared it with you, that would be the way you are, at the heart of your being. So you're
Mm.
right. Um, so, what would you say is your superpower? Is it your ability to inspire, or anything else?
Well, apparently it is to inspire, but I would say I'm very I'm a fighter. I never give up. Even if I fight quietly, I'm not the loud kind, but I think I'm very persistent in moving forward and over obstacles and just moving forward. I think that's, yeah. I don't know if you call it endurance, persistence, but something like that.
Okay. Um, the theme of our book is unstoppable. So, what do you think, as a storyteller, what makes you unstoppable?
Well, I would say nothing stops me. It's like I keep going because
Yeah.
I want to live the full potential that I've been given in this life, and yeah, I don't think anything can stop me. So I guess I'm also unstoppable in my own way.
Okay. So you're saying that's a kind of a motto you go by, that nothing can stop you.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Good. Great. So I think that deserves another love from all of us.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Now we just move on to questions, a few queries about Thrive. What, in your opinion, does Thrive stand for?
Unstoppable women.
Okay.
Very
Great.
diverse
Yeah.
women with
Said
a
it.
lot of power.
Right. That's what the theme of the book is. It's all about unstoppable women. And here we are having this conversation. Uh, if you were to mentor your younger self, Sonia, what would your message be?
Never give up and believe in yourself.
Sure. And it has taken you, that's what you would have said to your younger self. And how would your younger self have reacted to it? Because when we think about our younger selves, it's a very different person.
Well, when I was that younger self, no one ever told me that. So
Okay.
I would say thank you for believing in me. Thank you for, you know, giving me that support and cheering me forward. Yeah, I wish I've
Great.
had it, but so I would tell my younger self, never
Okay.
stop, keep moving.
Nice. Great. What drew you to Thrive?
Well, I mean, I was becoming very friendly with Shivangi. First, she was a client of mine, and we became friends. And then she was launching this, and then I said, "Of course, I'm going to be there." Um, so I think again, for sure, enthusiasm around it, but also the cause of it, and feeling I'm doing something purposeful and connecting with women of very different, nationality, gender, not gender, we always talking about women, but nationality, language, culture, yeah, behavior, attitude. So I find it fascinating. And I also felt it was good for me to give back. So
Okay, good.
yeah,
I think that's what drew all of us because it's and also it's about community building. You're
yes,
speaking about women from different cultures and all of us having something in common. I think it's also like it's about community building,
yes,
right?
yeah.
And what is the best part of being a mentor according to you?
For me personally, the learning and seeing someone grow and learning for me from that person, from what they have gone through in life, how they advanced, what are their, resources, how do they do things, just learning from them, really. I think the learning part is the biggest part for me.
Okay, great. I think we've kind of wrapped up all the queries, and thank you for all your lovely, delightful answers. It was really
Thank
nice.
you.
And if this is there anything you would like to add before we wrap up this conversation?
Well, thank you for being here and having this conversation. I know we're all volunteering, but thanks to us volunteering, we make it happen. And I say behind that is the engine of inspiration and enthusiasm, which is Yivangi and Asha. It always takes the idea, but then you gotta go with the idea and make it happen. So I just want to say thank you, and it's an honor to be here and be part of this. And yeah, more women to benefit and more women to share with other
Absolutely.
mentees.
Absolutely. I think that's what we are all here for. Thanks a lot, Sonia. It was really
Thank
lovely to
you,
chat with you.
Lalita. All the best.
Great
See
to
you
meet
at the
you.
awards, I suppose.
I hope so. I just have one message for our viewers out here. It's about the book. If you pre-order your copy of Unstoppable right now, you'll receive it during the annual awards ceremony. That would be a great way to receive it. And if you buy the annual awards tickets at full price, you get two books complimentary, two copies of the book complimentary. So that's something to look forward to. And we've also got a fundraising campaign which is going on. It'll be great this if you all can be part of it, if you can share it in your network, share it with your family and friends, and help us to print and publish this book and put it there on the market so that more and more women get inspired and more women feel that they can achieve their goals with mentoring and by being part of Thrive.
Indeed. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining us on the show. Thanks a lot, Sonia.
Bye bye, Lalita.